Hello, everyone. We're getting into the season of giving and receiving, so I thought we would give away some quads and stuff so others could receive them, and potentially, maybe, hopefully, have them even before Christmas. Maybe save you some cash to spend that money on something else. Maybe just buy some batteries for these things or whatnot. So if you're not familiar with the giveaways, I'm sorry for all the people that have heard this kind of spiel before, and I don't have it down pat because I only, I don't script these things. So as far as the giveaway goes, it shouldn't cost you anything because the channel covers all shipping costs up to $35. I haven't had a package come in over like $32 is the highest number I can think of, and I don't even know where it was going. But there is potential, depending upon the size and weight of the package, that it could end up at a place where it goes over 30. So I had to put a limit. 35 is our limit. I only send it once, so if it doesn't clear customs for some reason or gets rejected or something like that and comes back, I don't send it again. So that's just throwing money away at a potential possibility, because if it didn't get through once, it's probably not going to get through the second time. Anywho, let's see what else. I'm already forgetting what I should say. I don't do any disassembly or stuff like that to try to sneak it through customs. So if you live in a place like that, it's unfortunately probably just not feasible. So I be kind if you know that about you, the place where you live, that drones and their scariness just aren't allowed. Then maybe just watch the videos for entertainment purposes. Hopefully you'll be able to do some FPV simming or something and to enjoy. The video runs for about a week at least before I do the drawing. I stress about, because usually when it comes to about day 6 after this video is published, people start asking, when's the giveaway video, or something like that. Those don't get a response, so don't feel bad if you're not getting a response, because this is your response. Of course, it takes me some time because I try to make just one delivery to the shipping places, so I get everything packaged up. I've got a whole bunch of stickers. I collect the stickers in a way, get them from FPV Outreach and whatnot, and I put them in this little bag, and I cut up the bigger sheets. I put stickers in all the boxes, so they're not just channel stickers. I do put channel stickers in there as well, but various FPV stickers. I don't ship any batteries, because then you have to mark them hazardous, and the shipping costs go way up. There's probably other things I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting. I don't think it's been that long, but boy, feeling really out of practice here this evening all of a sudden. So how you get involved with the giveaway? There'll be a form down below, and the form is very brief. The basic purpose of the form, and I don't even have a question that I might pose. I tend to try to gather some information about the people that come to this channel, what you like to see, what you don't like to see, what you have, what you don't have, other hobbies you might be involved in, things like that. It won't be hard. I intentionally try to keep it very short. I only use the form as a method of being able to gather people's information. By your information, I ask for your friendly name, which would be shared in the results video, and then your email address. I think in the past I've also used like legal name as well, but I don't show that in the response video. And then any questions that I might have, I tend to quickly go over the pie graph. In the moment, I don't have any questions coming to mind. Well, now that I say that, one just popped into my head, which I think I will put down there. And so I don't forget, I'll include it in this little recording here, is how many people that fly walk snail are looking for walk snail binding flies? Because that seems to be the one that gets left out the most frequently when it comes to binding flies. The only company that seems to have them are Flywoo and Caddx themselves. I could be wrong about that, but that, again, gut reaction off the top of my head, that feels like something we don't see. We don't see a lot of hdzero, but I feel like we do see more hdzero than we do walk snail avatar video systems. So that might be something I put down in the form. So you fill out the form. Should take you, depending upon your typing methods, a moment, a minute or two tops. Again, I'm not looking to collect email addresses and send out some sort of newsletter or sell it to a data broker. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. I barely have enough time to go around to all the things I am interested in. So that is just merely the way I make sure that when the results video comes out, that little spinny thing does select the person who, I get the right person, because oftentimes names will be the same or friendly names will be the same, but yet people get confused, and I can be sure that the wheel selected individual that's tied to an email address, which will be specific to an individual. So that's how I kind of make sure I get things to the proper winner. I did think of two things that I forgot earlier as I'm just kind of reviewing as before I go into the editing phase of making a video. One, please don't ask me to just give you a drone. That's not how it works. Every time I do one of these, I get flooded with those messages. I just delete those. So your response is here. No, that's not how it works. Click the link down in the video description. There's a third thing that I forgot just now as I was talking. You don't have to be a subscriber. I don't pull those sorts of levers. It's a good idea, but you don't have to be a subscriber. I say it's a good idea to be a subscriber because there is a results video. But you don't have to watch the results video if you pay attention to your email. Some people need but kind of both triggers and alarms. Of course, you could subscribe and click the alarm bell. Nobody would stop you from doing that. And the third thing is I don't sell any of the stuff that comes to the channel. I don't sell any of the stuff the channel's bought and then built or used, and then I just don't sell anything. And a lot of people ask me because there are bargains to be had, I guess, and they're looking for a bargain. I don't sell them because I don't think it's right to profit off of them in any way. One, because they've been sold. I don't know how reliable these things are going to be. You could get one flight out of it. You could get one battery plug-in. We really don't know because I have flown them all and I have crashed them all. So not only are they used, but they're used in kind of an abusive way in the fact that they've all been crashed. So I don't sell any of them. I don't maintain a list of things to sell. I just give them all away. Well, I give almost everything away. Obviously, there's some stuff on the shelves and stuff back there. Some of that's really old because I just can't part with it. I have mental memories. But that should cover kind of my typical giveaway framework spiel. I just forgot those things the first time around. It is cold out and the heater just started up, but while it winds down, I'm just going to go ahead. Sorry if the audio quality of the heater picks up here. I did not even count what I picked out. I tried to pick out some of all the different video systems. Of course, that's quite difficult, especially in the walk snail arena, because we just don't have a lot that comes out there. So I don't think there's anything in walk snail in here. So hopefully if those people that have walk snail, you have something else as far as video systems and you win, you can pair something up here. Let's start with this first one. It's a small one right on top. This is an Emax product. There goes my phone. It's fully charged. Another noise. This, okay, so I can't remember what this one is called. It's obviously it's an Emax tinyhawk something or other, and it's got hdzero in it. Maybe you can see the camera back in there. hdzero, and it is 1S, and it is running PH20, which is the worst of the 1S connectors. Well, PH125 would be the actual worst. That's what we got started with, you know, way back yonder. But so yeah, hdzero, a tinyhawk. I highly suggest you change out that battery connector for at the very least BT20 or A30 or GNB27, whatever you have 1S batteries for. This will be number one. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to cover. I knew it would come up as we went through this. So if the spinning wheel selects you first to win, you get the first product. There's no swaps or asking for this particular product or that. We don't do that, as you can imagine. Once you kind of, you know, put forward a little bit of thought, that would get into be a pretty logistical nightmare. So you have, well, there's 1,000 different scenarios that can come up that make that a nightmare. But so if you are the first winner, you will get this and some stickers, of course, as well. Number two is the Cinelog20. Come on, camera, focus. I've had some troubles with this focusing here recently. Anyways, Cinelog20. So it's a 2-inch prop from GetRC, and this is the Wasp. So it has what they label it as the runcamlink. You might know it as the original Vista from DJI or from Caddx. And this is the quad. Just to give you a good idea, there are some extra foam pads in here. And in most cases, if I have the original box, which I won't in all these particular cases, if I have the original box, I usually keep the accessories, extra props, screws, stuff like that. I usually keep the extra accessories with those, and you get that stuff as well. And then I throw in the sticker goodie. So if the spinning wheel selects you number 2, you would win the Cinelog. Hopefully I said that earlier. Cinelog20. There should be review videos on just about all the items that we have. So if you're interested, you can always go back to the channel and search for that product and then watch it. We're going to jump to a much different product. Number 3 is the Fractal 75. This is from Fractal Engineering. Many of the long timers will know this. This is running Quicksilver, so it doesn't have Betaflight. So if you win this and you plug it in and you notice in Betaflight it says it's not running it, it's running Quicksilver. Well, there's a lot of things you could say about Quicksilver. These fly really nicely. And I gave the 65 millimeter away, and I'm kind of giving this one away because I want people to have these experiences as well. Because I think sometimes one of the questions people have is, whatever they are flying with, does it fly well? Is it tuned well? And maybe it can give a little bit of reassurance if you get something like this, where I do think it's tuned very well. It's tuned by the owner and operator of Fractal Engineering, and specifically built with the frame and everything, just like he wanted it, so that should speak volumes. And I think it flies very, very well. So it's an opportunity for someone to identify that, yes, this whoop flies well. It's going to be super light. It's got the older style ducks. It's 1S. It does have BT20 connector on it. That is number 3, I hope. I'm not going to do numbers anymore because I always lose track, because I think there might be 7 or 8 or 9 packages down here. So this was the last one that will be numbered. Maybe I can just put a number on screen. That would be easy enough in post. So I'll set this one over here so I don't end up in doing that one again. This one, the next one, is the drone, the VR drone from Newbie Drone. Now this is a brushed whoop, but this is a ready to fly kit. Inside the box is I'm not going to get it all out. So if you're really interested, you can go take a quick peek at the video. So it's got a case, as we oftentimes see with ready to flies. It's got goggles. It's got a radio. It's a starter kit. It's not going to be, super high performing. It is brushed. So eventually, over some number of flights, the motor performance will go down. And I think it's still pH20 as well. So something to keep in mind, but a perfectly good starter kit, whether it's for you or someone else that you would try to get started in the hobby. A nice little gift for someone, hopefully. Going back to something that I don't have the original box for, and it's actually been out quite a while. I contemplated about giving this one away. I haven't been flying it. That's kind of how I evaluate what I keep, is do I find myself just naturally gravitating towards it when I am flying either here in the house at nighttime, kind of my pre-bed routine, or if I'm just deciding that I'm not going to fly for review purposes, or I'm going to take something out that I can fly without, thinking about a review. Do I grab those things? And this hasn't been one of them. It's the Crux 35. I think the fact of the matter is that when I go out to fly just casually, this is hdzero too, by the way. You'll probably need to update firmware on the flight controller camera combo for hdzero, because I'm sure it hasn't been updated in quite a while. I was saying something a minute ago, and now I can't remember my thought, but oh yeah. I think it's just when I go out to fly casually, I don't want something, or I'm not looking for this sort of power and performance. It's very light. It's got all sorts of thrust, or it feels like its thrust to weight ratio is really high. So it can be really exciting to fly, and it can get out of control pretty quick, especially in a fenced in, treed in, housed in sort of space. So if you're new to flying and you get this, I would certainly encourage you to find a big open field at first. 4S on this one. So this one is the next one in the list, whatever number that is. All right, next up we got another Cinebot. I feel like these Cinebots were in previous reviews, but maybe the people that were selected didn't get back to me at all. That happens. This is the Cinebot 25S. This is the sport version. I'm pretty sure this was in a giveaway not too long ago. This does have the O3 in it, so you get an entire working quad and the O3. I did try to pick out stuff that had video systems, because I've got quite a few of those that companies would send for review, but they didn't include the O3. And I don't know. I just feel like giving that stuff away when it's not fully functional is kind of like pawning it off on someone. And I have some guilt about that. But anyways, after the Crux 3.5 will be the Cinebot 25S. Going back to something on a Whoop is not something you will find a review video on. Well, kind of. It's a 75mm Air Series Whoop. It's not from Betafpv. I've got a Caddx Ant camera in here, and I use the 5-in-1, the new 5-in-1 board from Betafpv. This was the one I flew, obviously, to test it out to see if there was anything in for flight purposes. I won't say that this one is necessarily well tuned. I can't remember how much tuning time I spent on it, so you could find that the tune is just junk. But I won't claim that this one is especially tuned. I do see where I have either plastic or Rennie screws on there, and we've got Jim Fan tri-blades on there. I do need to make sure I include the little dongle adapter down here, so you can plug in for USB. I'll find one of those and make sure I include it in the box. I probably have a box from Betafpv that this will fit in, and I can send that along. So that's the next one after the Cinebot 25S. Okay, so I just did a count. We have 8 prize packages. And number 8 on your program, but potentially number 1 in your heart, is the Oasis Fly O3. Let's see, was this a 3-inch quad? Pretty certain this was a 3-inch quad. I think it was the one that was kind of heavy, but it had good thrust, so you could really get some good throw. It wasn't going to be a racer. You were going to do the fast stuff around the trees very well. It was always going to kind of, well, it's more built for freestyle. Let's put it that way. You know, with any skill set, you can fly anything however you want, whether you're going to be, you know, winning some sort of drone race or, you know, freestyle championship. I don't know much about that, but this is the Oasis Fly O3 that does have the O3 in it as well. That's one of the reasons why I picked it. So that's number 8. So we should have them all covered. Hopefully there's nothing else I forgot to include about the process of the giveaway. Nothing has come to mind while I've been here recording. During this time of year, it can always be very stressful for a lot of people. So if you have someone that is in your life, or maybe you haven't had an opportunity to be in their life much because you've been busy, you know, reach out to them. Give them a call. Give them a few more minutes than hello or a text. My son just came home from college for Thanksgiving. I'm recording this well in advance, and it was sure nice to see him, get my eyes on him. And I think there are other people in the world that it would do us good as well as them good to get eyes on them this time of the year, and just give them a few minutes of your time. I think it helps all of us, just to kind of keep our heads up and to keep trotting along in what can feel like a difficult world and a difficult time. So reach out to your grandparents, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, you know, buddy from high school, a girlfriend from high school, you know, anyone that you maybe think of from time to time, but don't take the time to necessarily reach out to them. If you can, go knock on their door and say hello. That would be awesome. Or hook up for lunch or coffee or something like that. It's a good time of year to connect with people, and remember, it's not just about the gifts that we give or receive, but it's about the gifts of others, whether those people are strangers or known to us. Life is a gift, and I like to think that we have to treat each day as though it is a gift, because as I get older, I sometimes think about not every day is guaranteed, and we need to spend it wisely and spend it enjoying it, and help others enjoy their day. That's one of the things that I've really gotten from this channel, I think, is, well, there's been a lot of nice things said in the comment section to me or about me, and I really appreciate things. It's a little embarrassing. I don't take compliments very well. I hopefully have said that before, but it really has helped me connect with a broader audience than the small circles I run with. And when I say that, I mean, like, you know, because as a parent, when your kids go from being born through all the different stages of growing up and then going off to college, the circles of people that you're around and that you might consider friends, they vary. You know, you might have soccer parent friends and swim parent friends and music, you know, cello, piano friends. You might have church friends, but there are a lot of other people in the world, and this channel has kind of opened me up to the fact that there are many people living all through the world that come and spend some of their time watching these videos, and I appreciate that deeply. And I really also deeply appreciate all the kind comments that people have given me. I've tried to be whoever it is that I am, which I really have never put my thumb on who I am. I maybe I'm just a dad at this point, but yeah, the time having this channel has gone far longer than I actually expected. I never knew if the channel would last more than a week or two or a month or a year or whatever, and here we are. Well, the first video I think was uploaded December 15th, 2015, and December is right around the corner, and it'll be 2025 here directly. So it's been a good long haul, and something that my wife is very much approved of, and something that she has told me more than once that she did not want me to stop making YouTube videos and flying quads and stuff. So if you're worried about that, you got an ally that I share a house with. So, and the kids always tolerate it. You've seen those videos where the kids are in the house. They're so jaded and they just go on with their life. But sorry, I got a little long in the tooth there. I might be a little bit extra tired tonight. Hopefully there's no questions about the giveaway, but if there's something that our veterans to giveaways know that I missed, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll put a pinned comment, either your comment, or I'll gather the things that I missed and put them in a pinned comment. So if you are unsure about the giveaways in any way, shape, or form, at the very least, look at that pinned comment for anything that I may have missed. It's not complicated for the giveaways, is the basics, but over time I've learned there are certain things that I do need to cover to kind of give it some framework so I can manage it, because you know, I have a family, I have a regular job, and I have things that I do that aren't YouTube or drones, and I have to figure out how to manage those and the time that I have available, with still getting a bit of rest. So hopefully everyone who comes clicks the link to hit the form, fills that out accurately. Be careful about, mistyping, typos, double check, give it a second read. There might be that one question on walk sale. If I have another question that pops into my head while I'm making that form, I'll include that as well. But it should be very, very fair, very, very fast. So I hope, again, reach out to people this time of year, and knock on their door if you have that opportunity, and let them know that you're thinking of them, and maybe share a bit of your time with them, because it's important, people are still important. It's not just about videos and entertainment, and as I tell my kids, doom scrolling on their phones. It's a term I use that on my wife too. It's not something I tend to do. I tend to have my phone in my pocket most of the time. I'm an old curmudgeon. But anyways, I've gone way too long. Looks like 22 minutes. Jeez Louise, I hope I can cut this way down. Thank you for everybody who comes to the video. I'm very thankful for everybody who comes to the video. Even if you didn't like the video or the product, or you don't like me, I'm thankful that the number of negative comments have been few and far between. I mean, when I say negative, you might not like a product, and I can appreciate that, but I mean like outward, like mean-spirited. That doesn't happen very much. I'm very thankful for that. So no questions or comments. You might have something you want to say down in the comment section, which is perfectly okay, but not how you get involved in the giveaway. All right. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.